In my opinion, this is the last best opportunity to get out of the cities and do it in a fashion where it actually benefits you. Hi everyone, this is Arpad from the YouTube channel Star Path Academy, and today I want to give you my 2 cents on the changing order of things that might be coming with the deflationary crash of the stock market that is currently happening, and what might happen, in my opinion, with real estate. So it's quite interesting that if you take a look at the S&P 500, it has already fallen around 20% from its all-time high. And if you take a look at year 2007 to 2009 and the big financial crash around that time, the market has fallen. I have to double check my numbers, but from memory, I think it's around 50%. So do the people who are talking in the media is a recession coming? Well, or when could be coming? Is it inevitable? Can be avoided? Well, the recession is pretty much already here, especially if you are in crypto or you were in crypto, or more speculative assets, right? So I don't know, why are you waiting for another 20% fall in the markets, or another 30% fall, or then it will be advertised, yes, this is a recession, we are here, or a depression, who knows, right? What usually happens is that once everybody has realized, to the last man in the queue, then the media will confirm it to you, yes, we are in a recession, right? So in order for you to wait for the announcement that it is here and then you'll do something, it's kind of crazy. However, that's human nature, especially those who are most trusting of our leaders, I guess, or your leaders. And where I want to go with this is that you don't have to look far, right? You don't have to look far or make guesses. It's just look around what's happening, look at the numbers yourself, right? And when it comes to real estate, it's clear that big changes are about to happen. However, I don't think it will be that homogeneous. I mean, they do say real estate is local, right? And we all understand that. But I think there are two bigger forces on the move that are going head to head. So one is, of course, the inflation and the cost of living, which is getting worse and worse. So that means cost of gas and some other stuff as well. The other force is actually people trying to escape the prison system that has been created since the big surveys of sickness, and that they realize that the big cities are actually can be turned into big prisons very fast. So hopefully you have realized that by now. And the reason I'm putting this actually against each other, because historically, right, when you take a look at especially commuting, right, gas prices, if you need to commute to your work and so on and so forth, it's actually much more efficient if everything is just very close to you, and everything is shipped to you en masse. And I mean, there's efficiency in cities, right? There's an efficiency in cities, since that's why cities were formed ever since the human history, right? Ever since we started forming cities. However, that is true when there's no breakages in the supply chains. When there are breakages in the supply chains, then the systems who are more complex suffer the most. And that was the same in Romania. The city life became very horrible during hyperinflation, because it was just so much harder to produce food, and as the pricing system was out of whack. Nobody could price things, and it became very hard to sustain life in the cities. So my guess is, of course, I'm not an investment advisor, I'm not an investment professional, I'm not a stock market or real estate professional or advisor, right? But my guess is that yes, there will be a plateauing in the real estate price, but in my guess is it actually will be not a homogeneous change in the market, but you might see huge downward swings in city real estate, especially my guess is apartments. I mean, take a look at Chicago and some other places, how some of these cities are becoming worse and worse when it comes to crime, right? Eventually, more and more people will realize that there's very little positives in the city, even during a recession, right? And well, that mass of people will have to move somewhere, and usually they don't change location that much. However, now that the during the surveys of sickness, it was really not just by county, but also state by state. I think this will actually accelerate the movement out of certain blue states, let's just say that, and more towards the southern states, or some states that we have seen that people have used as actually refuge, right? Hopefully they don't bring their old ideas to the new places. So my guess is that this will be the last good opportunity to move anywhere where you want and still take advantage of the high prices where you are living at, and use that basically to repurchase a new home. I think the era of selling your $800,000 worth of one-bedroom apartment in Los Angeles and buying a house for that somewhere in Iowa is gonna be ending soon. My guess is that the prices will not just fall but more equalize. And by equalize, I really mean that now that the cost of money is getting higher and higher, right? With the Fed raising rates, with definitely refinancing or cash out refinance being sort of not an option, or not a good option anymore. My guess is that people will be stuck, and probably in a good way, from their perspective, with the houses that they have, right? And that will cause, yes, it might cause a dry up in the market of new buyers, right? And even the amount that they can purchase with the same monthly payment. However, I think that will cause a further thinning in the market, but not just like on the supply side, what we have seen so far, but also on the demand side. So I think there will be a very thin market. And well, that's my guess. Of course, we will most likely experience an overall fall in the market of 10, 20, even more percent possibly. But if you look at the chart for housing, and I mean average housing throughout the United States during the period of 2007, 2009, you will see that the dip wasn't that horrid when it actually goes to the average price. Yes, there was a dip, but it was much more emphasized in the big cities, especially the largest 20 cities, right? And I can probably put some links to some charts in the description. So there it will be much more emphasized. And with that, I believe we are coming to an era of cheap money, right? And to be honest, it has to end, and it had to end. Can we guess what will the next step of the Fed be, or well, around November especially, for the midterms? Yes, we can speculate, but it really doesn't matter. I think the long-term course is the same, right? Yes, there will be a deflation in everything, and I will have the next video talking a little about how one can prepare for that. However, what the long-term trajectory, I don't see it happening. The long-term inflation is baked into the monetary system itself, right? My guess is that eventually the pain will be so bad in the deflation and the recession and possibly even depression that could be coming, that the Fed will have to change course, right? With these two swings, I think if it's planned, right, then the plan is to thin out the middle class. And based on that, a lot of people might be stuck where they are, right? As in, if they want to move, they will not be moving out of their own volition. They will be forced to move in order to have opportunities to survive, basically, just like what we had in the Great Depression in the United States. So how to prepare for that? Well, one thing you can do is sell everything that you don't need right now, and prepare for the cash crunch that is coming, in my opinion. And I will give you some more opinions on what we did and what you could do in the next video. So see you there.